for this day to finally come, for you to be able to put your name down, what were the emotions going through you as you finally became a Georgia Bulldog today?
Honestly, I mean, I was excited. It was a special moment for me, I was just taking it all in because, this was my last time being in high school. And, to put that pen to paper, I mean, it just shows you how fast time flies. And, you know, I'm just ready to get to work now.
So I want to take people a little bit back through your decision-making process and how you got to Georgia in the first place. And I know you didn't make your decision until October after you took that birthday official visit, but I know that you probably made that decision well before that. Is it fair to say that you left the Ole Miss game in 2023 and that was sort of the moment where you said, all right, I know it. Now it's just a matter of how I communicate it to everyone else?
Yes, sir. I would probably say that's probably the time I was like was like knowingly that this was the place to be. Probably yes. That was probably the time when I knew.
All right, so I want you to tell that story a little bit. So you leave that Ole Miss game. You
Right.
start working. You pull out a notepad, you pull out the pen, you start working on something that you want to relay to Georgia coaches. Like, tell everybody the story of when you leave that Ole Miss game before the next time that you talk to coaches and sort of what happened when you met with coaches in January.
So basically, I went to the Ole Miss game, obviously, and then I believe it was a night game. And, like overnight, I was just thinking. I went out with the players afterwards, and just being around those guys and seeing that in action against a really good team last year with Georgia and Ole Miss. Just seeing those guys go to battle and how they do their day to day things, like whatever that may be, just seeing that in action and how I could relate to that and how I could relate to them. I was like, no, there's no way or there's no reason why I wouldn't come here and not be and have an impact, if that makes sense. And I just bet it on myself and trusted my heart, and I'm more than satisfied with my decision. And going to January, um, I basically told the coaches, it was Coach Schumann and Coach Smart, I'll never forget. They flew up on a helicopter and they came into the office and whatever, we just sat down, chopped it up or whatever. And I was ready to make that decision because I just felt in my heart at the time. And I didn't want anybody else to know. I just wanted to keep it between uh, Georgia, between me and Coach Smart and Coach Schumann and Coach Scott, because I didn't want it to reach a certain what am I looking for, like
Yeah, you
the
don't want me putting
social.
in crystal ball picks. I know
Right.
how.
Yes, sir. So, I just didn't want to get it out there until I was fully ready, so I took all my OVs after that, and, I was locked in all the way, I was just taking free trips, really, to be honest.